The early voting period has come to an end ahead of the state primaries that will be taking place next week on September 1st. And over 40% of Arlington's registered voters already casted in their ballots. The town took a similar, if not the same, approach they did last June for the town hall elections by utilizing the drop-in boxes posted throughout town in the United States Postal Services. I spoke with town clerk Juli Brazile to highlight how the process went and to go over some important information voters may want to know ahead of the state primaries.
The town got 3 drop boxes for the June election, which was our first large experiment with voting by mail. And so we are keeping the locations the same as we used in June, partly because consistency is helpful. If people remember it was there, and they'll remember where it is in November. This is our second time this year, and we'll use them again in November.
I'd like to ask, how has the process been going with the drop-in ballot locations? Has it been going as well as you thought it would be? Have you been experiencing some difficulties?
It's always a challenge. So the state rewrote the software in late July. So we're beta testing an expanded vote by mail system. So I think it's going pretty well. Certainly not perfect. I think clerks across the state are finding odd little hiccups, unexpected things. You assume that if you do this and that and hit that button, it will create what you want, and it doesn't always. And so we're working around it. The state offices have been very helpful. The elections division is great. Everyone's working together.
Here's what some Arlingtonians have to say about the early voting process.
It's a little bit confusing. I mean, I got a ballot, and then they sent me another one because they thought that they sent me the wrong ballot, but it turns out they sent me the right one.
I do feel really good about Arlington putting up these vote by mail drop boxes, because I can still vote and keep my community safe by not going in, but also know that my ballot will arrive.
And I decided rather than put it in the mailbox, I'm dropping it off myself. And then what's great is you can go online and track your vote. Make sure they received it. And I think that's what drawn me to do it this way.
If there is any confusion about the voting process, everyone is encouraged to call Town Hall to address any concerns they may have. Here's one key point the town clerk would like to talk about.
People don't necessarily understand sort of the rules around a primary election. You have to pick a party, and if you are registered in a party, then you have to vote in that party. So I suspect that some people who called and said, I got the wrong ballot, checked off on their application that they wanted a party but were registered in a different party, and we would automatically send them the ballot for the party they're registered in, because that's how the system is set up. So little things like that can confuse any system. And so it's just educating voters that in a primary, you can only choose if you're unenrolled. The other thing I want to stress is that all ballots have to be received in our office or at the polls by 8 p.m. on election day. There is no postmark provision that allows a ballot to be counted because it was mailed. Postmarked on the 1st. So I want to be very clear with that.
For more information about the elections, please contact the town clerk's office or use the online resources available on the town page. For ACMi News, I'm Anim Osmani.